Hey, hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Room. Today we're going to take a look at Lo-Fi Dirt. Now, Lo-Fi Dirt, you may know, is the app from MSX2 Sound Design. And it adds, I've already done a video, adds dirt to your tracks in various modes. Now, what they've done now is, with mode 404, they've made this into like vinyl noise, so you can make your tracks sound like they were recorded on an old scratch dirty record. And I'm going to show you a really cool way how to do this as well, to make it sound super realistic. Some people weren't happy that they replaced the actual 404 algorithm that was in there with this vinyl, but I think it's really nice. You still have the other ones as well. Anyway, let's get in with it now, see what you can do with this. Now, this is very cool. Now, it works for drums, it works for any keyboards, anything you like. So the first thing to do now, let's just add an insert effect here, and we're going to add in audio unit, because Lo-Fi Dirt is an audio unit. And I'm going to scroll down until I find it, and there it is. Okay, now you'll see that if I go to this mode here, when I start to play, this should actually come in. Right, so there's the effect, and you can dial the effect up really high or keep it really low. So we're going to just jiggy around with it a little bit. So here's the thing. At the moment, it doesn't really sound like it's part of the track, obviously, because it's not. It's just an effect laid over the top of the track. So if I play a bit of the track, you'll see that it sounds okay, but it doesn't sound quite like you want it to sound. So before you go any further, okay, using it like that isn't going to sound, it sounds okay, kind of, but you can make it sound so much better. In fact, you can make it sound really like you're playing an old record. Okay, so the thing is, to begin with, is to get the balance you kind of want. I don't want too much, obviously, don't want it like that. Kind of like that'd be enough, quite low on this. And what I'm going to do, in fact, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to bounce this audio. Okay, so I'm going to do it between locators. So what will happen now is we'll mix down the track here. Now, I think personally that effects like this sound better on full tracks. That's just me. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply the effect to the actual audio file or whatever we want. And then I'm just going to go to mix down here, and I'm going to create mix down. It's going to ask me, I'm going to do it between locators, not including the effects trail, and I'm going to do it as a WAV file. Okay, so we'll just do this. And there will be our mix down. Okay, so what we can do now is basically just, we can delete that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to import my mix down. There it is, what we've just done. Okay, so right, it still sounds exactly the same as it did. So what I'm going to do now is apply some EQ. Now, fortunately for me, inside, you can do this with any EQ, but I'm going to use insert effects. I'm going to use one of the waves. Now, the waves are an IAP, but like I said, you can use any effect for this. So I'm going to use the Q10, and I'm going to go to presets. And in the presets here, there is luckily is a preset called radio, which I think sounds fantastic. Now, I can make adjustments to this, but for the benefit of this is kind of extreme. But now what will happen is the EQ will have affected both the track and obviously the effect, because the effect is now part of that audio file. So what we get now is a whole much more kind of leveled, flattened, so it all sounds like it's together, but it also sounds very old and like it was recorded on an older radio, or if you're playing it on like a really old record player. So I'm just going to close the microphone and you can hear the effect of it with the EQ. Okay, so now you get the idea. That sounds, to me, that sounds like it's part of the track. It was recorded on an old dirty record player, or very, at the very best, on a tatty radio. But you can choose other effect settings and you can make adjustments as you go, of course, now with the EQing. And you're still going to get that vinyl effect is still going to be embedded now much better into the actual track itself, you know. And of course, what you can do then is you can start to do, I won't do this now really, but you could say go to media, go to audio. Here is the clean track again. Okay, what we're going to do is just going to solo this so we know it's the... Okay, so what you can start to do now is really cool stuff like, let's just... Okay, let's just split that where it is there, and I'm going to also split that too. Okay, and I will, this is the, I'm going to pull the volume of that down there, and on this one I'm going to pull the volume because we've got two separate files now, so you'll get this cool effect. Now you can do, obviously guys, do this properly, make sure your timings are in the right place. So hang on a sec. So this is your affected version. you get that, if you perfectly time where the split is, then you're going to get that jump from it being all gnarly and screwed up and messed up like it was recorded on a record player, right up to your modern high quality. I mean, I could start EQing that and make it sound mega, you know, really punch you. You could literally, if the effect could be like this is really quiet, like so track 1, which is the affected version, is quiet. You get the idea. You get the idea of what I'm trying to do. If you get that split in exactly the right place where you want it, then you know you're gonna be able to create some really nice effects. Anyway, guys, that's it. Low fly date's final effect. How I would use it, actually embedded into the track and as finalized as a mix, and now you can play around with all sorts of EQ and stuff, make it sound great. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. There'll be links in the description for Low Fly Date. And, yeah, consider becoming a patron as well. And I will see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching.